Hello, friends. Here we are again, and welcome back to the series on YouTube where we're talking about our top 3 games of every letter of the alphabet. I'm Evan.
And I'm Grayson.
And today we're talking about which letter?
The electrifying E's.
Electrifying E's. At least maybe interesting E's. All right. Do you want me to go first this time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My pick for number 3 E game is a small game in a small box called Elevenses. It's a simple little card game that what you're doing is you're trying to make the perfect tea party. So you have some cards laid out on the table in front of you, and you have some cards in your hand. The cards that are on the table are face down, so you don't know the order they're in. But you want to get them in the right order because you need to get the cups ready, you need to get the plates ready, you need to get the biscuits ready, you need to get the sugar ready. You need to get the tea into the cups. You need to get them all onto the trolley, and then you need to serve them at your party. So the idea is you have to use these cards to like swap them and flip them, and try to do that before your opponents do. And then if your tea party is better than your opponent's, well then you win. And there's little sugar cube point tokens. And it's a really simple little game, but it's a really fun little game.
And we got an upgraded little bell.
And I do have a little bell that you can ring for tea time.
Mm-hmm.
Tea time. Yeah, that's a super little fun little hand management game. And it plays really quick. And I like it a lot.
My number 3 is Ex Libris.
Ex Libris.
It's a game where you're going like to other libraries to get books for your own library, and which like sets and stuff will score points, and like you have to like get like the more books you have and like the sets will get you the most amount of points at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool game. It has the box cover art is actually really cool.
Okay.
And like you have, as I said, you have to get the books and yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so my number 2 is Ex Libris. So I guess we can talk about it here. What you have to do is you have to get these books and you have to put them in alphabetical order and then stack them in the shelves in the proper alphabetical order. Otherwise, you can't put them on there or you lose points or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you have your own little library that comes with a special assistant, mm-hmm. and like a couple of like just generic assistants, right? So your special assistant has like a power to help you get these books, and you have to go to these other locations to
get the books.
To get these books into your hand, and then you have to also get them into your shelves. But you have to plan accordingly, because if you mess it up, then it can get all
wonky,
get all screwy, and then you don't have the right books that fit in the right spot, and you're waiting to get the right to make sure
books,
you're doing it alphabetically, because doing it alphabetically is the key in this one.
And maybe your special assistant's power could like maybe switch the books
right.
around so you can actually get it into alphabetical order.
Right, and it's like a fantasy setting, so there's the special assistants are all weird. There's a gelatinous cube.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a game that's a lot of fun. His number 3, my number 2.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is Elder Sign.
Mm.
It's a game where you're more or less solving mysteries to stop the horror, the Eldritch horror.
Yep.
And so you want to stop that, or else you'll lose, and you have to. Pretty sure you have to collect the Elder Signs.
Right. The main mechanism in that game is dice rolling. So it's like a Yahtzee style dice rolling where you're trying to roll these combos. I think the setting the setting for the main game is you're inside of a library, I think, right? Or no, it's not a library, it's a museum. Mm. So there's all these different places in the museum that you can go here, try to roll this dice combination. Mm-hmm. Get the Elder Signs, stop the bad guy from invading the Earth, I guess.
Destroying Earth.
Right. Yeah, that's a fun game. I didn't pick it though.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's fun. It's a lot of dice rolling, so sometimes it can be kind of mean. But
yeah.
Okay. I guess we're already to my number 1.
Yeah.
I bet you can't guess what my number 1 is.
I bet it's not the same as my number 1.
Well, maybe not. My number 1 is Eldritch Horror.
Mine too.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably one of my favorite games of all time.
In fact, in a favorite game Friday video for a favorite game of all time, that's what you picked.
That's what I picked. Yeah, waivers, I guess, but yeah. So Eldritch Horror is this big sprawling game that takes up the whole table.
Just about
and you
4
can just
hours of it, I guess.
it can take that much, unless of course you die super quick, or sometimes you die super slow. But anyway, so there's this big map of the world and all these different locations you can visit. You have to visit those, and the longer you play, the more monsters start coming.
Yeah, and
There's always
that's always a problem.
yeah, that's always a terrible problem.
Especially when like monsters get huddled up in one spot that you need to go to.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, I can't kill 15 monsters here, so I guess yeah.
And then you run out of standees because there's too much.
Yeah, that can be a mess. But everybody gets a character, okay? And you travel around the world, and there's tons of different big bad guys that you have to fight, and they all have different things, like ways to beat them.
There's a lot of eldritch horrors.
There is a lot of Eldritch Horrors.
Including Cthulhu.
Right, and there's like mysteries you have to solve, where you have to do like...
3 of them, specifically.
There'll be sometimes I think there's more. But I think generally it's 3.
Yeah, generally 3 mysteries to stop the Eldritch Horror.
Yep, and you have like there's a ton of characters. See, I've bought all the expansions for this, so there's like a big stack. There's like a stack like this of items that you can find.
Yeah, we have a case for all the character minis.
Yeah, there's some upgraded minis that you could buy at one time anyway.
Can you not buy them anymore?
I don't think so.
Ah.
I think they're out of print. But yeah, so you use these characters to travel the globe. Try to solve these mysteries by usually by fighting monsters or making skill checks.
Yeah.
On these awful things that are happening all over the world, and try to keep it down, keep the evil down.
Yeah, and don't go insane or die.
Yeah, but if you go insane or die, you just pick a new character.
Yeah. And someone can go get your stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes you just don't have time to do all this stuff because there's weird stuff happening all over the world.
Like
you gotta
rumors will appear,
which are horrible.
Yes, they're horrible.
Here's the thing about this game: everything is horrible.
Yes, yeah. One rumor kept freezing us to death. Well, we didn't die, but we were getting frozen.
Yeah, the world froze. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is probably one of my favorite games because I really like the adventure, like this big worldwide adventure against these horrible monsters, and you're just these normal people trying to stop this. And I think we've won it a couple of times out of all the times we've played it.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
We almost won.
Yeah, I think we've almost won a few times.
Here's the thing. We almost won, but we probably could have won if I had remembered I had an extra die roll.
Maybe, or maybe not. Yeah. So anyway, that's my number 1, and that's his number 1 too. It's called Eldritch Horror. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching, everybody.
And next up is Finn X.
Finn? He's not doing this.
No, he's
Or I don't think there's any fish in it either. Maybe there's a fish game. Nah, probably not.
Nah.
All right. I guess we'll see you next time, everybody.